Mimo bibi akwaba eba Melodies TV so. The MPP say they are still crying over the 7 year nominees here. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and they call a year Supreme Court no. Now for people who don't know, yesterday I did an editorial. In fact, it wasn't idea because editorial sakra no a expose. I did an expose on MPP for senior last year. No more person were 7 Supreme Court judges. Eba. Omode 7 judges eba beka Supreme Court. Na yetu abawi yen na masa plan na say. And then His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Wababe replenish sa 7 no. But for some reason, they are now speaking. Say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama sa 7 year wo de ba no bone. Meanwhile, last year no monso person de 7 eba. Say o person hear full video no now hear stories I de buy am de making me point now. The link to that video is in the comment box. Where we are no akwa hear that video no. Afenyo Markin is not happy. And I'm saying say it is not only Afenyo Markin, but MPP leadership no. This is the point they are taking. The Wamwasha as here can say the entire His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or the Judge Siba, the entire war permit Chief Justice no, and they say Mahama peso ko tetem. Into Wamwasha say the shame crowfoot trim, say Mahama peso ko tetem, Mahama peso ko tetem. Na me was same can etre MPP for no. Me was same can tromo. Na yankin kan in some Afenyo Markin the ababetu ja na me MPP for no, as someone me work control no meka. I say the minority leader in parliament, Alexander Kwame Afenyo Markin, has stated that President John Mahama's nomination of 7 Court of Appeal judges to the Supreme Court is a ploy to advance his third-term agenda. Speaking at a news conference at the MPP headquarters on Thursday, May 1st, Afenyo Markin cautioned that the move poses a significant threat to the independence of the judiciary and the balance of power. He argued that this is not a routine judicial appointment, but rather a calculated, deliberate effort to stack the Supreme Court with loyalists in order to pave the way for President Mahama to secure a third term in office. I say it is obvious that the bold attempts by the president to nominate out of the blue 7 judges to the Supreme Court is the first major step in a well-rehearsed plan, a third term agenda. Everything the NDC is doing and everything our president is doing under the advice of the hawks within the NDC is geared towards establishing a third-term agenda for his leadership, he said. Alexander Afenyo Markin also advised the government to act with caution, noting that its actions will set a precedent for future administrations. Now, there's something about MPP for people like Afenyo Markin. I'll give that to him. There's something about him. Na debia wakasafa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama hua. No peso be kasetri His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Unse NDC for kasafa President Akufo-Addo hua. Microphone tim se President Akufo-Addo onye ni papa per se. Inti no mo kasa omo tumi kasa manitri President Akufo-Addo. But Afenyo Markin tembia wakasafa NDC hu bia no. No untumi nkasa ntwi Mahama. Na asemo a waka ne se Mahama dio ni papa, Mahama dio Democrat. Nkrophobia tale ne ho no na nti wo hwe a de bia asem o ye ne say NDC Hawks are trying to convince Mahama. NDC Hawks are trying to convince Mahama. Do you know why? It is because today the ordinary Ghanaian has now come to see a clear difference between His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and President Akufo-Addo and their personalities. Iti first no senya na bia na nkomo kasetwi Mahama se Mahama enipa boni no eno mo muntumi nkasa because we hu se Ghana fo hu se nsem amoka se nipa koni enipa boni ni no se wonte sa. Enra, there was a lady being semo a wode ba to social media. O say Emra na President Akufo-Addo president. Lady no you be out to me hu no se what I call places and penny for in terms of okoshia wo hotel bi na President Akufo-Addo so a free hotel room BPA. Now lady ne say, my for we go to the main story, don't worry. Lady ne say, One ne ba enam omo hu President Akufo-Addo ana omo smile ye echia President Akufo-Addo na senior President Akufo-Addo yi neni when feel lady ne bakra when hu omo mpo se omo ye nipa osi anche enokoko hia Mahama nso omo kwa akofa plane baako ohu Mahama one ne ba nenam ochia Mahama na Mahama echia lady no na afi Mahama afa lady ne kra ba epegya no trese ne ba ne kra no ne ni agye se Sata na Mahama wonye president ni lady ne ba ne kra no ne ni agye se former president kra no afa no ekita no nti lady ne de asemu a wokan ne so ono de there is a clear difference between the personalities of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Akufo-Addo no no de obechusu Mahama over Akufo-Addo any day. Today a lot of Ghanaians have come to realize that because under President Akufo-Addo yehu de no de ahemfo ne nkrofo but Mahama no onyesa. It's an MPP for people like Afenyo Markin CRYING. They know say woman to me mbamba meka. Say Mahama de nipa boni ni. Em say na metie event saying is it Richard Ahiangba? And I think he also made such a statement. Also ono de no kwai I don't know whether it was Richard Ahiangba or someone. Also ono de obeka no kwai no. Mahama is not a bad person. Ono de obeka no kwai no. Mahama de onye nipa boni ni. Ono di onim se Mahama wo wadwen pa ma oman no but NDC phobia tale ne ho no ena enye nti nanse yomo kan sa no mbeka no but you see the impulse of that story ya mede ma o ene say sankrofo ya wo mu claim se Mahama onye nipa boni ni oye nipa pa no omu ni Mahama personally no if they really knew Mahama they will tell you say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama even though oye cool no people around him no they can't influence his decision. Every single person that were close to Papa Nebeka has some natural. Masa, we receive calls so me Melodies amity we receive calls. In someone crofo to mika. Ebe say nipa we na nko obe Mahama pa na nka ebia say nipa we no na ko no kra no obetumi afa ne ho e dey take decision bi. Na so da bi. At the end of the day, you say Papa no eba ne say wo take decision na o ye na dan for pound na so ohwe na sa ade no wo no o side no emwa obema wati ase say o side no mwa no hard feelings. That's why some of us sometimes we are angry say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama de ntia na saying ukọ kwewu uti say President Akufo-Addo wo ho na o si o ene yenye meeting na yenko hie Akufo-Addo na Ghana fo buefu say adan na papa wo ye say because ye nte papa na se ye mu bi na yen yebufu a yebema wehu ye mben wo ba ono no obema wati asese no hard feelings ejuma ne de ebeye ompem asem no problem ye hia enye ntokwa ompem asem fa away na so mi hia wo bebi a meba ba be chia enti se mo ka se ane ene Mahama enye ono no oye na enkrofo be ben no ene ye sa de na se mo ka sa ansem ni na you should know se mo amoka sa ansem ni na no se munim papa no mu a munim se obi eni ho a wo betumi a convince papa no say wonya ade a papa no one person obeye. No single person can do that. And every single person who is close to the man will tell you that. Intende Afenyo Markin in some walk no. NDC Hawks and a person Mahama a secure term. You see what I'm telling the MPP says. I say mo amwasha say mo ken. You see you are planting this thought in the heads of Ghanaians. Me Martinez Yaka say I am not going to support it if His Excellency John Dramani Mahama decides to go for a third term. There are some people who are listening to me today who are not happy when I say that. But that is me, personally. I am not going to support it. When His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wants to go for a third term, I feel say, we are the time as soon. I also makwa no before from so back in the NDC because so case or third term there. Me who say he's not trying to let NDC for no like succession no go smoothly. And I personally believe that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is not trying to go for a third term. And I'm sitting here and I'm telling you, if he's going for a third term, I'm not going to support it. But listen, Sastem na mo kano. Munya isa mo de to Ghana for trim. Because MPP for Mugusu can any Mahama or Beso Cotetem, any Mahama or Beso Cotetem, or Beso Cotetem. Now His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Send ya washa sia wo boy jumen. Wakone sa no ya dia. Ube who say Ghana for ankasa na beba abonti ababeka say well, say MPP for akamanatu ababeto ye trim. And ye Mahama tetem ne yema nenko. Ube who say Ghana for mu mountain pressure. Ye pese Mahama call tetem because why ade. Ho amo na ye. You were part of it. Because na ye mo se mo de ye propaganda. Ye mo se mo ka e de ato Ghana fo trim. Say Mahama ye nipa bonini e obeso call tetem. Na so na mu nim say asem na mo ka no at the end of the day na be kwa wie ni ye. Akwa ese na nsen okateche free for demonstration ya woko ya by force ye be ko Jubilee House. At the end of the day what happened? At the end of the day e dey na see Mahama mom na ye be hu se so ye ni papa because o ma kwai mo buy no demonstration enwu demonstration and obi ka ho asem after day 1 na demonstration and pasca. So be very careful the way you are saying these things. Yesterday I saw a video and it will be a chat or say hey me the MPP for Kasafa Mahama ho megidie na so sisi ahwefuo and the Ghana force fuel bo akofom omo bo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abaso se waye ade se fuel la wetumi ate so nkwan de waye ade and the dollar onkrofo mo importing nyama exporting nyama endra echi omo ni nani age say eh and there will come dollar market in so from 15 cedis and the dollar only ne be 13 cedis. And people are praising His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Samu kwaso na mo kan se mu na kan se bu ya na nyama Mahama wo ye no gusu ya. Ghana fo na nkasa na be ka se ne sadia ya age atumu. Mahama won ko tetem no. If you people should be careful, you must say propaganda na mo ye no. You should be careful with all these things you are saying. There's your brofobia ye can you say be careful for what you wish for. Okay, media, dear me makano no. Montra mo your comment box ni mo. Me da se.